Peace, love, and healing, family. So I wanted to talk about the spiritual information that we can just get from sound. Once your spiritual eye and your parts of your brain sector are activated to a certain extent, which you can achieve through sun gazing, you will unlock a spiritual energy center called the inner ears, which is located here and here, where the brain produces serotonin. Once these elevated parts of your being are highly advanced, you can pick up extra information just of sound. Let's say you're interacting with a person, and let me just say this right now, that remember, everybody is wearing a mask, everybody is living a fake existence, and most likely when you're interacting with a person, you're interacting with the fragmented versions of themselves. So let's say a trauma response gets picked up within that conversation and the tone changes. I'm just giving you an example. You can pick up extra information just from that tone change, and if your relationship with source consciousness is that high, you can get extra information just on that person alone. Source consciousness, the Holy One, will give you more information on why this person is feeling this way, and maybe even more history, depending on how much information your body can handle. Remember, everything we interact with has information. The trees have information, herbs have information, sound has information, smell has information. And depending on your heightened sense of abilities, we can perceive more and get more information. Just like in the last video, I talked about hand touching, but sound works the same way. It's the same with music. You can also pick up the emotional state of that person just by listening to how their voice sounded, and you can get more information. I don't know about mainstream music now, because with the way the frequency is, it's dumbing down half of our brains, and most of the music played on a certain frequency is just pacifying and numbing society. Just to let you know about that. But sound is a very interesting ability, and it can be very intense, because let's say you're having a emotional discussion with someone and your spiritual senses are high. You can get more information about that person, and it could end up just changing the whole thing. So that's why it's very important to cultivate a high intuition once you're opening your spiritual senses and activating other energy centers, so we can pick up sound. If we can learn how to pick up sound, we won't have to deflect, we don't have to argue. We can just use discernment to analyze our situation the way it is. Let's cultivate the ability of hearing more and receiving more information from what we hear. Peace, love, and healing.